Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Tuesday to you. It's time for stories and stamps, and today I'm featuring a really delightful Christmas stamp set. It's called St. Nicholas, and the reason I was really motivated to use this set is that there's just been a release of patterned paper on the online exclusives, and this paper coordinates perfectly with the St. Nicholas set. And I also had to make a special fancy fold card for one of the design teams I'm a part of, and this was the perfect fit. So let's take a look. This is the stamp set. It's called St. Nicholas, and then it has a pile of dies that I have taken out of the package. So there are two dies that cut out these two Santas, this one and this one, and it also cuts out the Santas from the patterned paper. Then we have this one that does the little stockings. These two do either a chimney or a fireplace, depending on what you want to make. This one also builds the fireplace. So this detail die cuts out snow that goes on top of the chimney and at the bottom. Then we have a die that cuts out a lamppost and a wreath. This one does double function. It makes a brick pattern look like this to make a chimney. And the cutouts also serve a double function, and they work as the tops of the stockings. So that's really cool. These two are logs for the fire. And then we have some more holly leaves to make wreaths. Whoops, where did that go? I heard it fall. I didn't see. Oh, yeah, here it is. There. So lots of little holly leaves. This makes the fire for the flame. And these cut out a holiday drink, a gingerbread man, and a candy cane. And this one cuts out a little bell or a little ornaments or holly berries for the wreath. This die cuts out the little sack. It's this one. And let's put that here. So there's lots of dies. And then this is the little middle part that cuts out the center part if you want to make a fireplace and you want a different color in the middle. And I think that's it. So here I've made a little wreath with the little, isn't that cute? This Santa is fussy cut from the paper. I'll show you the paper in a minute. And then this die cuts out an opening. And like so. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it works better on this side. And I think that's it. So we're going to make our card. And move all those out of the way. I have to put those on a magnet yet. And I'm going to do something later with this to make a nice chimney. Now, I'm going to show you the finished card. This is one of the cards. I'm going to make, the second one that I'm going to make is totally different. So here you can see the chimney with the snow. And this is also one of the Santas, one of the Saint Nicks. He's not a Santa, he's a Saint Nick, cut from the paper. And here you can see how cool this looks. Isn't that a fun card? I don't know what the name of the fold is. I should look it up. So this die is from the Nested Essentials dies, which I have used quite a bit. I'll show it to you. These are in the main catalog. And I have, if you look on my blog and on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I've made some real fun cards with these dies. So there's 3 of those. Then there's, oh no, there's 4, sorry, 4. 4 rounded rectangles. And then there's 4 banners. And I've used the second smallest one. See? So that's Nested Essentials, and the number for that, if you want to order them, is 161597. And I had the one laying out that I used. Oh yeah, right here. This is the size that I've used. And I don't even know where my little cutout is. It's around. It better be around because I need it for the card. Now before we get started with the card, I want to show you the paper. So we're using this paper. And it reminds me of like Victorian wallpaper. And then on the other side, we have the lampposts. So we're using both sides of that paper today. This is a great guide to use for coloring the stamps that are in there, the dies. Really cheerful paper. I love this. Again, another Victorian scene with the fireplace, just cozy. And here's the other side of that one. Then we've got this pretty red. And then on the other side, you've got the Santas. And the dies cut out, let's have a look. Oop, this one. And we're using him today. And then this was the one I used on the other card. And then the third St. Nick, he cuts out very easily. And you can also fussy cut out the trees. I've done that. So this is just great paper. Here. There's the other side of this. What's on the other side of the St. Nick's? Oh yeah, this pretty red. So I think I've shown it all. Let's see. No, not yet. So if you love Victoriana, traditional Christmas, this is your paper. What's on the other side of this? And the nice thing is that it doesn't have to be Christmas. Like, this is just great for any occasion. They're great for wedding, anniversary. But yeah, and here's this cute, cute stockings. And then on the other side of the stockings is this lovely, would you call that a paisley? Not sure. Okay, so again, here is the first card that I've made, and it goes up like this. And now I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're going to start with a mossy, oh, I found another little die. Mossy Meadow card base, and this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at, if you score it this way, it's scored at 4 1/4 and at 5 1/2. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is score it from the corner here up to there. So let me grab my paper trimmer, and we'll put it in the trimmer with the point in the trough and then that corner in the trough. And once they're exactly where you want them to be, make sure you take your time with this step. Then we're going to take the light gray blade and score. And now we have it. Okay. The next step is to take your pattern paper. This is 1 inch by 4 inches. And I'm going to just adhere that right there. And then we're going to take the next piece and trim it. And you know, you might think it's early to start with Christmas cards, but I like to show a different set from now till, you know, second or third week in December. And then I think I'll need every single week so that I can use all the sets that I have. We have lots to choose from. So now I have a 4 by 4 piece of pattern paper, and I'm going to cut it in half so that we'll have a piece for either side there. And again, to do that, you just want to put both corners into the trough, into your cutting trough. Make sure, because sometimes when you move one, the other one moves too. So make sure they're both in there. And then, there we go. So it's going to go here, and always put your glue on the piece of paper that you're adhering, not on your base, because otherwise you have to guess where to put it. Okay. And this liquid glue, I love using it because it allows me to slide my pieces into position if I'm off a little bit. Gives me a little bit of wiggle room. The trick is to use just a thin line because you don't want it oozing. So here we go. And what I'm aiming for is quite a similar border along all the edges. That looks good. Now this one. Thankfully this glue dries clear. There. Okay, So now the next step is I want to wrap some, I'm just going to do this for a minute, give it a good fold. I want to wrap some linen thread around here. So what I'm going to do is take some tear and tape. I think I piled my pattern paper on top of my tear and tape. I did. I'm learning to not freak out when I lose something. I know now that it's usually hiding under a pile because that's what happens. So I'm tearing 2 small pieces off here and putting it on the top and the bottom. And then we're going to take our linen thread. Our linen thread is just a classic Stampin' Up! Staple. I have not found anything like it, like at a cheap discount store or craft store. It's either too thick or too thin. So I've got 2 pieces, and I would say they're probably about 4.5, 5 inches long. So I've measured one there. Now we're just going to take the backing off one piece of the tear and tape here, and then we're just going to press these 2 pieces there in, and then pull them around. Oh, I forgot to take this piece off. Oops. You want to make sure you're just getting the backing, not the actual tape. There. I could trim this a little bit so I'd have less bulk. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid adhesive in here. And then we're going to press that down. And then we have like a book fold. See, like so. Now in the inside, we're going to put this. And see, now the pattern shines through at the top. It looks nice. It reminds me a little bit of those fancy grates that you have in the heaters in old Victorian homes. They were always have an intricate design on them. There. Turn this around. There we go. It's a beautiful day here in Schabezolde, the Netherlands. It's been sunny all day, but it's a cool 13 degrees, which is pretty normal for October. See, so now this is gonna, I'm just going to give that a crease on here. This is gonna fold up like so, and then we need something here to hold it. But first we're gonna build our seam. Now I've already put some pieces together so that you don't have to watch me do it all. We're going to put the big Santa on this side, and because he's gonna stand up a little bit and go extend behind here, and it's gonna get popped up, I want to make him stronger. So what I've done is I've also cut out a die cut out of crumb cake, and I'm going to glue it together so that he's a stronger die cut. This kind of reminds me of playing with paper dolls. But I just want the Santa to be sturdier because it's a card that's going to be manipulated. It's going to be opened and closed and popped up, and so I want it to be strong. And the colors here are just awesome. I love them anyway. The designer paper makes me a little bit lazy because the stamp is here too, but if I stamp them, I have to color them. So now I've just cut them out of pattern paper. But this is also can be used as a guide because sometimes when you're coloring something, the hardest part is deciding what colors to use. And maybe some people don't color for that reason. Okay, so now we're going to build the fireplace. So we're starting with this. And that's been done in basic gray. Then we have the mantle, which is going to go up like so. And then I'm just laying all the pieces out. The fireplace. And then I put a smoky slate insert in, so that's slightly lighter in there. And then the stockings are going to go up here. And then we have 2 pieces that make a fire. Let's see. And I did it in 2 different colors. So you do one in orange and one in yellow. And then I first thought, how on earth, what do I do with this piece? But it goes like so that it looks like dancing flames. And if you look into a fire, they're never all the same color, right? So I'm going to turn that around, add a little dab of glue. Thankfully, this glue also dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm just picking it up with my finger. And then it goes along that edge. And you can slide it any which way you want, down or up. I'm just going to leave it like that. And then it goes in the fireplace. I'm just showing you how it's built, like so. Oops. And then we even have a couple little logs. I don't think you would want to make like dozens of this card, but it is a lot of fun making a few. So here we have, what I did with these, they were pecan pie, and I just pushed them into the ink pad to make them a little bit darker. So they're not as dark as early espresso, but I didn't want it the same color as the, so I'm just going to put that together. I just wanted to show you kind of how we're doing this. So let's start with making the actual fireplace. I like having people show me how to do things, especially when there's lots of little pieces, because these things don't come with instructions. And if you've got a logical mind, that's great. Just like this one, does it go up on top or does it go underneath? Depends if you want a bigger fireplace or not. I'm not sure yet. I think I might put mine underneath. So I'm just going to hold on to this and put the glue going around the opening. We had a fireplace like this in our farm, on our farm in the living room, and we would only use it on Christmas Day and sometimes on Sundays. And once we had crows or something in there. What? And then they flew out into the living room. It was crazy. Okay, so now this piece is going to go in there. I'm just going to, it fills the whole thing. So here we go. And then the stockings. And I'm not even going to put it on the string part. Well, maybe a little bit. And that's all one piece, which is quite handy. I actually enjoyed this far more than I thought I would. I thought it would be too fiddly and that I wouldn't like it, but it was really fun making this scene. I can think of one customer in particular, and that is Jean, my dear friend Jean Saunders. She loves making cards with these scenes. So Jean, I am thinking of this set, and I'm thinking you would love it. So there goes the fire. And don't worry about the glue that you might see. That's okay. There's the double log, and then, oops, here's the single log. There. And we're just going to stack them a little bit like so. There. Isn't that so cute? All right. Now that is going to go on the bottom of our card. And we're going to just put it on the gray part because the other part is extending past the fold. So we don't want to have adhesive showing. There we go, right to here. So there is our fireplace. And now we're going to have him standing. Actually, my fireplace has to move a little bit. Oop, there. I've moved the fireplace. See, and now it extends, as you can see. And now we're going to put Santa. And we don't want, see, Santa standing right by the fireplace. We don't want him extending past the card. So we're just going to put some dimensionals on the bottom half of him. Let's see. Oh, the bottom half, Jackie, the bottom half. And that's why it was important that he be sturdy with that extra bit of cardstock instead of just flimsy patterned paper. Oops. A little bit over, he's going to fill up those stockings. There. And then I've already stamped this, a simple letter sent to say, thinking of you this Christmas day. And we could pop that up too, because Santa's popped up, so it doesn't add any extra thickness. So we'll do that. 1, 2. Christmas mail is wonderful. Letters there. And now this has to pop up and something has to hold it in place. So I stamped this and I'm going to just pop it up so that it has to be fairly sturdy. I could almost lay this on something else to make it a little heavier as well, but we'll add lots of dimensionals to this to give it more sturdiness. I would not usually put 4 dimensionals on this, but because I want it to be sturdy to hold up the rest of it, we're going to do that. There we go. So now we're going to hold it in place. And there. How cute is that? And then I think it's nice to add a bow on this side. So the way you do that is I just take a double length of linen thread, and then I tie my bow. A loop, turn it around, there. Just cut that, because this was just a double length. And then if you want it to look a little bit so that the bows are slightly different, you could just grab one on either side and give it a little pull there. And then, let's just lay this one flat for a minute. We take a glue dot. Here's my glue dots. Fold it over. There's the first one. Press it onto the glue dot. Give it a firm press. Use your pokey tool. And I kind of like turning it a little bit on its side. And there we have it. Reminds me of packages tied up with string. And then I still have a cute little, where did it go? Oh, here it is. And then I have a little secret for this. Do you know what I used for those little silver balls? We have sheets of gold and silver glimmer paper that's adhesive backed. So you can just use that and it's already got a little sticky on it. I don't know if I would put that there. That's too busy. But in the inside, no, it's too busy. This will get used for another card. It would look nice up on the mantle too if you didn't want, or like, yeah. If you, let's say I built a chimney above here, then you could put it up there. So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. Here I have, look, I have a little gingerbread man that we could put here. That's kind of cute, leaving milk and cookies for Santa. And I have a little drink. Oh, I know what I was thinking I was going to do. I am going to put the little gingerbread man there because I think he's cute. So there's lots of adorable elements for this set, and I'm quite certain that it is in stock right now. Some things have sold out, and that's only because our products are wildly popular. And here, what I was thinking to do, and it won't even have to happen on this side, is I was going to do a little bit of holly on the edge of the mantle. So let's do that for a minute. There. A little bit of holly. There. How cute is that? There. I hope you love my card. And I hope you have fun with the St. Nicholas set. Let me show it to you one more time. Here it is. So with joy, peace, and love, a simple letter sent to say, thinking of you this Christmas day. May the Christmas season fill your home. Many merry thoughts and wishes. And then there's the 2 St. Nick's. There's a lamppost and there's a sack full of presents. Christmas drink, a candy cane, and a gingerbread. So, and then here is the other card. And you can see how nice the chimney looks with the snow on it. So, yeah. Lots of fun. And you can see how they look totally different. 2 totally different cards with the same fold. Which one is your favorite? The chimney? I mean the fireplace or the chimney? And I'm actually really pleased with how nice my fire looks. So yeah, not bad for a girl who doesn't have that much patience. I'm actually tickled pink with this card. Anyway, guys, have a super day. Thank you for joining me for Stories and Stamps. I didn't actually tell that many stories, but it is really good to be back in the Netherlands. I had such a wonderful visit with my mom, who's 91. You've seen her a few times. She did a few videos with me. She really loves meeting you all and reading your comments. So that's nice. I love it that you love her. I spent lots of time with the grandkids. There's 5 of them. Little Fergus turns 3 tomorrow, and um, and it was wonderful stamping with a bunch of you. The St. Jacob's retreat was amazing. I did a team retreat. We had Christmas class and we had a coffee and a card reunion. And I also traveled to Victoria to see my daughter Katrina and spend time with her. It was really a jam-packed 7 weeks in Canada, and now we're moving here in Holland. And on Saturday, we're moving back to Gerard's farm where he grew up. It's a greenhouse, but they call that the farm. He considers himself a flower farmer, and we're actually moving closer to the sea. So stay tuned for more details. I did post a video with an update from the greenhouse. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to read your comments, and please share on Pinterest and on Facebook. And if you want to purchase from me, of course, that would make me so happy. I'm a demonstrator in Canada and in Europe. So just click on the links below and then you can shop with me. Have a great day. Bye.